Phil Walker is a member of the Friends of Mona Vale Road community group. Friends of Mona Vale Road have been inputting community information into the Mona Vale Road East upgrade, which has recently commenced. The safety of those using Mona Vale Road is the group's priority. If the road contractor, Georgiou, didn't win the contract because their price was the lowest, it certainly looks that way. Fencing is tokenistic at best, where it exists, and tree clearing was quickly completed along the entire 2.5 kilometre length, thus exposing shallow sandstone soils to maximum erosion potential. We had 3 inches of rain the night before last, and a further inch last night. Heavy, but by no means record-breaking. Georgiou should have been prepared, especially given that Walker has been in close communication with Rob Stokes' office about unsafe work practices, road safety and erosion concerns.
This is Lane Cove Road joining Mona Vale Road, and this is the drain for Lane Cove Road. It drains all the way up Ingleside, and it's supposed to come down here through this swale, but the Cowboys have filled it in with their rubbish, all the trees and dirt. Now it overflows here, and there's major runoff, as you can see. This runs out across Mona Vale Road, which is a safety issue for any of the cars coming up Mona Vale Road. This is all the rubbish here that they've put into that drain. Here we have the silt control for Narrabeen Creek. This has been repaired 2 or 3 times already. There's about an inch of rain last night and the other side's washed away again. Right, this here was all blocked yesterday, and all the water from this Mona Vale Road hill was running down the road and into the traffic. Yesterday afternoon, I, with my boot, just carved a track here, and so a lot of the water's heading this way now. But nobody seems to worry. Nobody worries that there's major water on the road. Oh, what have we got here? Hello, do we need forensics? Oh no, it's only plastic. What's this one? Oh, then it worked.
Well, there's one man at work.
Now there's 2 more drains up here. I don't know whether you want to come up in the rain and have a look at those. But they're both blocked with the runoff from this tree clearing that's been going on. No silt protection whatsoever. Here's one of the 2 block drains along here. This concrete manhole has been lifted over, washed out onto the road. This drain is completely filled up with silt from all the land clearing that's been going on here. Here's a drain coming down here, no protection, nothing. Now there's another drain up the hill further, exactly similar, completely blocked. All the water now runs down the road. There's no drainage working.
While we've been clearing our drains for the RMS and the Georgiou group and passing this information on to you, in the rain, Georgiou drives past us, lights flashing, not to fix their roadwork sign that's lying face down on the road, or clear the drains their incompetence has caused to be blocked so that the road floods, or remove the gravel and the rocks that are strewn across the road, or the rubbish brought down from their cleaning activities and house demolition. Oh no, they've come to photograph our number plates and report us to DY Police, who turn up lickety-split in 3 police cars with 4 police to, wait for it, protect the Georgiou group from our reporting. Officious warnings are delivered. We're not allowed to walk on their unfenced areas. If they're unfenced, how are you to know? And we're not allowed to walk up the shoulder of the road, despite this being the only pedestrian access for 80 years. Nor are there any signs prohibiting access. This is a construction site. Construction sites must be fenced. It's a bad look for the police to act as agents for the privately owned Georgiou group while ignoring all the safety issues raised here. What about children playing here? That's what kids do, make BMX tracks and so on. In fact, children are the main pedestrian users of this road verge because there's no other way to access Ingleside from Mona Vale. Mona Vale East has been rushed by the government to facilitate the development of Ingleside. This was to be their big election banner, $140 million of roads for you. The trouble is that Ingleside's been stopped in its tracks by the latest bushfire report. It's not going ahead. It's a disaster for the government, and it's a disaster for former Planning Minister Rob Stokes and his credibility.
I've lived with a three-armed council, Pittwater, Warringah and the Northern Beaches, and to my mind they're slow learners. I wish they'd take a little bit of the history of the place and do something and make a decision, which is very hard to get from anybody.